Hey guys, pardon my voice. I'm still sick, but I just had to make a video. I'm going to document everything I ever done through in my life from this horror that I'm in. And for 10 years almost now. Well, I got home earlier, getting out of the house, trying not to think about dying, that something could happen to me, because of this. Well, I went out, me and my mom, we went and ate something. I actually had a decent night. Got home a little while ago, about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Started eating food from the restaurant that we um, had went to earlier in the night. I had ate McDonald's because there's nothing else open at night. I ate the food and my tooth chipped off. I had done chipped this one before, but I had no money to get it fixed, and there wasn't much they could do about it. But it was right back here, in the back. I've lost several teeth from the tooth decay, which, I know I don't eat right. I don't do anything much right about brushing my teeth because, I sleep when I'm able to go to sleep. And, you know, part of that's my fault. But if I hadn't gone through what I did, I wouldn't have been in that bad of a state. But most of this comes from the benzos, the withdrawal, which destroyed me because, you all know what I went through last year. I've lost several teeth to these drugs. When I was on the pills, I lost several teeth. I've still lost several teeth. I have a fake tooth here, lost a tooth there. I've lost a tooth back here. I've lost a tooth here and here. I've lost 2 teeth there. And now back there. And I'm sure many more in horrible shape. I don't really have the money to go to a dentist. There's not much they can do about the teeth. I can't afford dental implants, even if I wanted them. I'm not crying, my eyes are watery. No reason to cry anymore. But I can't afford dental implants. I really can't even afford to go to a dentist. But Mom said maybe they can put a crown on. I know when I go, they're going to want to start pulling a lot of my teeth, giving me false teeth. This should never have happened, but it did. I lost teeth after teeth. I'm not even 40 years old. My life is destroyed. I never did drugs other than this garbage I was put on. I never did anything illegal. I drank a little bit for about 2 years, maybe 2 or 3, about 2 years. I didn't drink regularly for about a year. That's the only quote unquote bad thing I did, other than Coca-Cola. You know. Let's just recap in just 2 years. Let's not even count 10 years. Let's just recap in 2 years what I've been through. Horrendous benzo withdrawal that I suffered with constantly. For at least 10 months, I had symptoms every single day, constantly, that were so painful that I wanted to kill myself. You remember me back in 2018. You guys remember. My videos are on my other channel, Family Man 20. Pardon me, I'm so sick. That's another problem I have. I can't heal from sickness. um, but like I said, benzo withdrawal last year, suffered endlessly from that. Um, got attacked by a dog for no reason because I was out at night because I was suffering so bad at the time. Broke my shoulder. Later on, had a car wreck months later. Crashed into it, some of it I guess was my fault. I pulled out. I think part of it was because at the time I was just mentally, I was suffering so bad. I don't think my brain was registering. But I had a horrible accident, wreck. Car hit me. Probably should have been severely hurt. I wasn't. Terrible day that one. Now mom pays way more insurance on the car because I wrecked. Because we all know men are the worst beings on the earth. I don't know what that's. Now I've lost teeth. The suffering's just endless. Never stops. At least some of my withdrawal symptoms are easy. And that's another reason I can't really go and have anything done on these teeth. It's going to knock me back into withdrawal. I can't go back and suffer again. It'd be months before I was well. Not well. I mean, I ain't never been well, but it would just be down to a bearability. I'm so tired of suffering. I've suffered so much I don't even think about it anymore. I snapped a little, or not nothing violent or nothing like that. I went in there and mom was asleep. It's the early morning hours. I went in there and I woke her up asking if this was a tube. Of course it was. I knew it was. Um, I said, "Can you look at it, my teeth a little bit?" She didn't want to get up. Just calm down. We'll do it tomorrow. And I was like, have you ever had this happen to you? A tooth just break off? My mom's lost a lot of teeth too. I have horrible teeth. Um, and I said, "You ever had your teeth break off like that?" She said, "No." So she doesn't know once again what I'm going through. But I should just deal with it. Sure. Sure thing. God, I'm so tired of suffering. I'm tired of everything bad happening. I'm just so tired. I can't fight anymore. I just can't. I can't even fight. I can't be positive. Oh, if things are going to get better, they're not. They'll never get better. It's just my life. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse until I just can't go anymore. When you start suffering like this, and I am a Bible believer, I believe in the Bible and Christianity, and I went and you always go to the book of Job, when you're suffering. Because he was a righteous man, he was a good man, and God just let Satan put him through hell, if you've never read the story. And Job is suffering, loses everything, he then finally loses his health, and you know, his three friends come and they pretty much say, it's his fault. It's because he was a bad man, and he fights for his integrity, and then God shows up later on in the story and he scolds Job because after a while, I mean, Job does get angry. Like, why am I going through all this? And God kind of, pretty much scolds him and talks about how he created the world and everything, and basically, who is Job to question him? And Job never gets his answer, but later on, God restores everything, gives him more children and more wealth twice or something like that. I can't remember how many times more than what he had before. So God blessed him. We don't know how long Job suffered, but some people, I read one commentary online. I've watched videos and everything of Job, and one person believed that he might have, it doesn't really say, the scriptures don't say how long he suffered, but some think that he suffered maybe a year. 1 year. I've suffered 10 years. And they think Job lived a long time, like that was back when they were living like 200 something years. Here's me. I'm not going to live 200 years, no matter what happens in my life. And I've suffered 10 years of my life. I have suffered all of my life with autism, which destroyed my life. It destroyed any chance of a career, any financial money, any dreams, a chance at getting married. And then benzo withdrawal destroyed my health and my chance to even make a living practically. I want to say that I'll get through this. I don't know. I knew it was coming, another tooth coming out. I knew it was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier when you go through it. Certainly doesn't make it easier right at the holidays. I just wanted to get through these holidays and not have any problems. Well, that didn't happen. It's the life I live. There's no way to overcome it, really. You just got to keep going. Wish I could just lay down. I told you about, the video earlier in the day. I wouldn't have made this video, but I was just suffering so bad. Just had to make a video. I'm just so defeated. It's like I don't want to go on at all. It was funny that I was worried, about dying. If something happened to me, which I still do, whatever happens, to remember these stories and remember what I went through. A lot of this because of that stupid drug. But sometimes I just think if I just laid down here and never woke up, I don't know where I'm going to spend eternity now because of the OCD. Another problem that I have, horrible OCD that destroys me. Drives me crazy. I had that really rough today. What do you do? Can't stop it. Excuse me. So sick. I wouldn't even be making these videos, but when this stuff happens, I just have to make videos. What happens? Other than that, I wouldn't even be making these. I want to think there's a reason I'm going through this stuff. Sorry, guys, when it tickles, it tickles. Can't do anything about it. Let me get a sip of my drink. That's better. I want to think there's a reason I'm going through. Sorry, there's nothing I do. But I want to think there's a reason I'm going through this, but there isn't. Sure doesn't seem like it. I mean, unlike Job, he got his family back, or at least, some more children, and his wealth came back. Of course, he healed his body. Is that going to happen to me? Is God going to put the hair back on my head that I know that I lost through the benzos? Is God going to give me my health back? Like right now, I'm clogged up, I'm coughing, I get sick, and I can't get over my sickness. Is God going to end this withdrawal immediately so that I can get back in shape and lose the weight that I've gained? Is God going to give me my teeth back free of charge? Is God going to let me get my youth back that maybe I could have had a better life? Can I go back to 28 years old and when I tried to fix my life, and that's when the withdrawal hit me, and I've pretty much in many ways suffered ever since. Let's be honest, none of that's going to happen. I don't see any of it. Is God going to give me a wife, a good wife that, I could have a family, maybe at least not be alone? Is that going to happen? Maybe, but I don't see it happening. Certainly not anytime soon. I'm old. How can I think of having kids now? I'm old. I'm penniless. I can't work. I can't work if I wanted to right now. Still damaged from these benzos. I never know if I do something that could knock me back even worse than I'm in. And just when I get into a good mood, something happens and it knocks me back. And then I look around at people that are a lot worse than me. I don't consider myself as good as Job. I'm not a great man. I'm not a great man. I'm not some superhero. You know, I'm not some great religious man, but I'm sure better than a lot of the people I'm around. And not only are they not suffering like me, many of them really aren't suffering at all. Many of them are doing real well. Many of them went through things and didn't trust God through any of them. God, God healed them and they're well. Well, sure, they have tough times on and off, but it's not like mine. Mine's continuous. It's almost too late to even recover from what I've suffered. It's done too much damage. I don't cry anymore. Used to, I'd be sitting here probably crying. I haven't cried in years over this stuff. The only time I cried was in 2018, and that's because the pain was just so bad I wanted to die. I'm going to try to eat nutritiously. It's going to be hard because I'm going to practically starve. What the heck else can I do? It's just too late. Sometimes I wish there wasn't nothing on the other side. Maybe I could just die and not come back. My body would just be dead and I could just disappear. There's no way to pick myself up. There's no way to pick myself up. There's no way to win stuff. There's nothing I can do. Nothing. I want to think I can win, but I can't. I'm not going to kill myself. I sure think about it sometimes. Sure, having a night like this will make you think it. I guess I'll just wait until God takes me, till He kills me. I don't know when that's going to happen. Who knows? Can't worry about it. I just got to get up and somehow have a good day. Because everybody will get mad. Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you? They don't know what's going on. They've never suffered every day. They have periods of bad times. Then they have long periods of good times. Not so. One day I can just hope that I die. How much else I can do? All I can do is pray. Just hope. I don't even know why I make these videos. I think I just have to make them for me. I have to do something. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. I don't have an ounce of a life. I don't have any friends. Don't have a girlfriend or a wife. Never had a girlfriend or a wife. Don't have any money. Don't have a job. Can't work right now even if I wanted to. Don't have much of an education other than, public high school. I technically didn't finish, even though I never dropped out. I never did anything like that. But they don't count it as me having a diploma. I never got to go to college, though I wanted to and tried to go at least 3 times. They wouldn't let me in, wouldn't give me a degree. They said I could quote unquote come, but I won't get any credit. Nice. It's like saying, come to a restaurant, we won't give you no food. Yeah. I've never got to travel. I always dreamed of doing that. I've never been more than about a 2-hour drive from my house, maybe a 3-hour drive. That's as far as I've been. I've never been anywhere outside the country. I probably never will. I've never had many people that really love me. 2 of the 3 that have ever really loved me are dead. My grandmother and my aunt. Of course, my mom's alive still. How much longer is that going to be? She is 70. I'm near 40. It's like I'm still a kid in ways, but I'm obviously not a kid. Time doesn't stop. It doesn't matter. Time doesn't care if you're disabled, or if you're sick, or if you're autistic, or if you're in benzo. Time just keeps going. It doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. It don't turn around for anybody. What do I do? Nothing. I'm so sick of being sick. I'm so tired of just suffering every day of my life. I'm tired of never being happy. I'm tired of having no friends. I'm tired of never being able to really talk to a girl, even though there are girls that like me. I don't know if they'll keep liking me if all this hell keeps happening, but they like me, but I can't do anything. I never know when the withdrawal is going to get worse again. I never know what I'm going to do. None of them suffer like me. None of the friends, the few friends that I had, they didn't really suffer all that much. Their lives actually kind of worked out. They're not perfect, but they're sure better than mine. What do I do? What do I do? Nothing. There's nothing I can't. just wrap up this video, lay back, just rest. Pretty much all I want to do.